Okay, as you can see from the thumbnail, this video is about the Ruger SP101. Before we get into it, it is empty, it's safe, nobody's gonna get hurt. We'll talk about the sights, we'll talk about the trigger, we'll talk about the chambering, we'll talk about the grip, and if this is the right revolver for you. So, starting at the top, we've got a nice bladed front sight. It is serrated, so it can't pick up any glare from the sun. It's not adjustable, it is pinned in place. You can't move it. The rear sight is just your typical revolver trough sight, so nothing special. You're not going to find an adjustable sight on a gun this size because that makes it pretty big, pretty bulky, a little bit harder to conceal carry, you know, stuff like that. As you can see, it is a 5-shot cylinder, which makes this a 357 Magnum. You can also shoot the 38 Special in it, which is actually a pretty enjoyable when you're shooting 38 Special because it's pretty soft round. But when you jump up to 357 Magnum, it's pretty stout. It's got a bark to it. The trigger is a double single action trigger. So when you do the single action, there is absolutely no take up on this trigger at all. It feels amazing. You just hit the wall and then a break. Wall and a break. Now the double action is actually pretty nice. Of course it's going to be a long pull because it's double, but it's smooth, linear. You can pull all the way through. It doesn't stage. It doesn't hang up. It doesn't require more finger strength as you pull through the trigger. So I probably like Ruger's method of swinging out the cylinder better than Smith & Wesson's and even Colt's. It's got that nice button. It's just, you just push the button, you push it in, and the cylinder comes out. It's also got your spent case extractor. It's spring loaded. It's got a nice strong spring to it. As you can see, it is a stainless steel gun. It comes in at 1 pound 11 ounces, so it's got some weight to it, some decent weight to it, which is going to help a little bit with your 357 Magnum when you shoot that through it, because with a 357 Magnum you kind of want weight on your side to kind of suck up that recoil. But at 1 pound 11 ounces, it's certainly not the lightest gun either for carry, but it's not bad. So let's get into the grip. Now when you're shooting 38 Special through this grip is perfect. You got good texture because this part here that you see on the back and in the front is rubber, and then on the side you've got plastic grip panels. But you got a nice good grip on this gun. So with 38 Special, it isn't bad at all. When you start getting into the 357 Magnum, that's when you've got to really get a nice grip on this thing, because it kicks. It kicks bad. If you had a bigger grip, something you could get your fingers around, it wouldn't be so bad. And I can't remember the brand, but there is an aftermarket company that makes a wood grip that kind of is a little bit fatter in the front, and it gives you some finger grooves. You can get your fingers in there and just kind of lock it in better. I don't know, I've thought about getting those grips, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I like the way it looks, like this. Now, as far as I know, the Ruger SP101 also comes chambered in 38 Special, but like I said before, this one is 357 Magnum. Awesome shooter. Quality of Ruger is really good. This gun is no exception. Another popular Ruger revolvers are the GP100s and the Ruger Blackhawks. But as far as a snub nose carry gun, I think this one's got pretty much the whole market beat. There are some better ones out there if you're talking just pure specs and trigger and the rounds and the cylinder. You know, Kimber's got a K6 out there, and I do believe that one's a 6-round. Yeah, that one is a 6-round cylinder. But you're gonna pay $1,000 for that revolver. If you got $1,000 to spend to buy a gun, by all means go get it. But if you want to be somewhere in that $500 to $700 price range, you can't go wrong with a Ruger SP101. So I haven't had this for very long. I got it for my birthday this year. But let's go put some rounds through this thing and see how it does. Okay, so These Zeta 6 speed loaders sure do make things pretty darn nice. I've got 4 of them loaded up with 38 special. We're gonna try this tree here, single action, see how this thing does. Again, I have not put a lot of time into this. I just got it for my birthday. So I haven't had it for very long. Very smooth single action trigger on this thing. Nice short break. Boy, that's 38 special. Doesn't really want to flip them targets very bad. I am noticing in single action, each time you manually pull that trigger back, that thing has got a pretty stout spring. It takes quite a bit of effort to pull that back. But just smooth. Smooth and beautiful. So, not bad. Nice and smooth. Shoots well. Ejects rounds well. We'll do another 38 special. Sorry if I'm getting off camera. I can't really tell if I'm on. We'll do double action this time. Just smooth and crisp. All right. Let's get a little crazy. We'll do 357. Let's see. And we'll do double action. Yeah, big difference. But just smooth. Silky smooth. Probably one of the better double action triggers I've ever felt. In a revolver anyway. Okay, so I've got 10 more rounds of 38 special. We're gonna do double action right here at this target and see how fast I can go with a reload. Not terrible, but it's not fast either. Definitely need to put in a little bit more time with it, get faster, more efficient. All right, so now we're moving on to 357 Magnum. And to start with, I'm gonna do single action. Yeah, big difference. That really knocks that sucker around. Yeah, on 357, this thing definitely has some recoil to it. It's a pretty small gun, lightweight, so you're gonna feel it. Last two double. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do some distance stuff. Single action. I'm starting at 7 yards right there. I'm gonna work back till I miss. Pretty easy. Now we're gonna go to 10, roughly. Oh shit. There we go. Here's 15. There's 20. Okay, we're gonna go back to 25 right there. Cowboy's getting a little small. Those gotta be misses. There's a hit. So this is probably 30 yards. The front sight on this is pretty nice, but that rear trough sight, I'm not crazy about it, but that's typical for revolvers. There we go. There's a hit. Okay, so this is gonna be, let's push it back to 40. This will be about 40 yards, give or take. Okay. So yeah, that's getting a little far back for the sights on this revolver. We'll see what I can do double action at 10 yards, going fast. Yeah, man, that thing barks. This small grip, this little bit smaller grip, makes it a little bit hard to really get a hold of, but it isn't terrible. It isn't bad. Okay, so this is the last 10, 357. Oof. Yeah. I need to put in more trigger time with this girl. It's deceiving how heavy the kick is going to be, or how hard it's going to be, until you fire that first shot, and then you kind of know what to expect. Awesome gun though. Great birthday present. So the Ruger SP101. Beautiful gun. Tell me what you think in the comments. Hope you liked the video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks.